I mean, damn.
Hello. Welcome. Good to see you there, Adrian. Hope you're doing good today. Anybody else who's lurking away in the background, hope you're doing well as well. What are we doing today? Backgrounds. I gotta get backgrounds done because, I don't know, I'm obsessed with getting the backgrounds done lately. I guess because it feels like good progress gets done when I do backgrounds. And I don't really have that many fears about getting like the main like bulk of the work done for like puzzle implementation. That should be pretty straightforward. I've done it enough times now that I have a bit of a clue, I think. So yeah, it just comes down to getting the backgrounds done and those mini games. Those are the ones, that's the real blockers in my mind still. So that's what I'm excited about working on. So we might as well just keep doing this until we're done. Which means I'm gonna fire up Krita and we'll keep working on that background we were working on yesterday. It's funny how like just doing the work sometimes is the best thing you could possibly feel like you're spending your time on, and other times it's like the most soul-crushing thing you could be spending your time on. And there's no telling what you're gonna feel like on the day you wake up. So we'll see what happens. I know I was experimenting a bit toward the end of the last stream on this, and I didn't like it. So I'm thinking I'm going to change it up a little bit. Try and take a little bit of perspective on it. Maybe look at some other reference images that have like a similar like proximity to the grass and stuff like that. This grass is terrible. I hate it. So, you know, we'll definitely be getting rid of that. The roof tiles, maybe I could make work, but it's going to take a lot of work. And I feel like maybe I should just draw them the way I have been drawing stuff, and it'll be easier to get towards what I want to see out of it that way. There's so many layers already in this freaking little project. Yeah, that grass sucks, man. We'll get rid of that grass for sure. I think the areas for experimentation...
Yeah! Take that, Andy! Screw you!
It's so loud. The experimentation areas for that sort of stuff is probably going to be in, like, more stuff like in the little pockets of the background, like up here in this area kind of thing. Maybe up in the clouds we can experiment with some of those other brushes and stuff like that. But for now, I think like really primary areas like the grass and the footpath and stuff, I'm going to try avoiding, I think, using different brush techniques until I've like figured out what I want to do with it exactly. Yeah. Maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe the wall won't look so bad. Like maybe that timber wall won't look too bad. This is also like the scale that I'm normally working in when I work on this stuff, so looking at it now, like it looks even worse. I was working in a much more zoomed out scale before, and this is kind of the scale I need to be working at. So yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of cleanup immediately, I think, and we'll take a look at some references. Good to see you there, Damn Veins. Thanks for yelling "Take that, Andy" at us. It's good greeting. All right, there are some images I think I wanted to use as a reference here. I'm just gonna scroll through until I see something. Okay, here's a good example. Keep looking. I'm just gonna find a few examples here. Hey, Alzerothy, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. Here's another interesting example. I'll drag all these over. You know what? I can just click on this, I think. There you go. Now you can see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at, like, you know, there's things with like foreground elements like bushes and grass in them. That's what I'm kind of looking at for reference at the moment. This might be an okay example, but this foreground is very much like a non-interactive foreground, I believe. I don't remember this scene too well, like where you can go, but I have a feeling it's like mainly you don't really walk around this scene. I don't remember. Podiatrily gifted. The Bigfoot convention. There was a scene I had in mind. I'm just trying to find it. The Bumpus mansion, I guess, is what I'm looking for. This one. This is the scale of grass, and also the scale of, like, I guess the building, and well, maybe the building not so much, but definitely the scale of like what I want the grass to look like. So yeah, this is, I think, the style of grass that I want to go for, and maybe like we can take inspiration from the path here a little bit, but I'm thinking of the cobblestones is probably the more interesting looking path to me. Anyway, this is definitely the kind of grass that I want to go for. And you can see it's like more of a solid tone, and there's like only a little bit of blending between colors in some areas. In the shadows, of course, for the most part. A little bit of dirt along the edges of this pond, stuff like that. But yeah, it's fairly flat toned all the way throughout the grass, in fact. I'm sure if you looked at the original artwork for this, it would be a lot more like blending going on with like markers, but I think you can kind of see it in the pillars a little bit. You can kind of see that a little bit of like noise artifacts from the way that was drawn. You might be able to pick it up a little bit in these panels on the roof too. Not super clear though. I mean, the other thing is like they do restrict it down to like a fixed color palette, which does clean up a lot of that noise that you would see typically as well. Certainly this path would have been done with like blended markers, I think. You can see the effect of that is still there, but it works for it as well. It does sort of work for it. I think in the shadowing on these bushes might also have some of that going on, whereas like the shadowing on these bushes have been flattened a bit more. Again, 256 colors in the palette to work with would have that impact. Gotta say, I love the way they do clouds in these games. The clouds in Sam & Max Hit the Road and Day of the Tentacle, quite like whimsical. I like it. Did I open this one up? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. So I have these references. I'm just gonna like oh yeah, here's another one. You can see like in the stonework and in the footpath here and stuff like that. You can definitely see the marker blending like effect. It's like a lot less cleaned up. I think you can see it in the dino a little bit too. I think having a fixed color palette's like a great idea. I need to work on that. Work towards having a fixed color palette for the game, because it'll make the pipeline for processing graphics a lot better. Because as I do it, the way I do it at the moment is a bit like mediocre, I think. Anyway, enough looking at references. I think these some good examples of what I was looking for. Probably thinking mostly this one and this one at the moment are the ones I want to reference. There's still some good reference here, but yeah. Jay Frisbee again with the assist on these galleries extracted from all of the graphics extracted from all of the original games. Pretty great. Very good resource. I think I'm going to use this one as my primary inspiration and this one as my secondary, because the perspective here isn't quite right, whereas here is basically the right perspective, and I think the view distance is a little bit drawn back a bit, but I think this will work for a good reference. So yeah, I'm gonna get back into here and we'll keep going. I'm just gonna delete, like not delete, but I'll just like replace the grass background here. Just pop a new grass background in. We'll start from scratch with that. Seems to be the right way to go. I'm gonna take, maybe I'll take some color from here somewhere, like maybe this color, just. And then, I guess I don't have to erase it. All right. My phone keeps on buzzing. I don't know why. I always make sure to steal good color palettes when I see nice painting, scene, or whatever. Yeah, I like working on my color palettes directly, but it is a good idea. My doorbell app is like telling me there's somebody there, but it's not showing me any images. I don't think there's anybody there. I think it's fake. Fake doorbell news. Also, I think in my line work, in my line work, I wanted to have like a concrete slab underneath the shed, which I'll just slap that in real quick as well. All right. Seriously? Probably just people walking past or something. It's a nice day outside today. Hey, Leather Soup, good to see you. Welcome in. Tiles being a lot faster than... Wait, what? Oh, I missed some messages. While I haven't fixed my normalized speeds, I'm learning a fun thing about Game Maker. They recently added tiles to the wealth of collision functions. Unfortunately, they don't behave the same. Tiles being a lot faster than objects, so for me, this means tiles can only be square blocks. Slopes have to be objects. Oh, man. Okay. I'm actually a little surprised to hear that they don't have tiles with more functionality like you want. I think I'm going to be drawing some pavers over this anyway, so I can kind of experiment a little bit more with the dirt texture, I think, the path texture. I still haven't really, like, nailed down how I would like this to look, and I don't have a reference to look at. So... Oh, that's not good. Picking up some green from off-screen there, I guess. I was hoping that using the select brush would give me a bit more flexibility with using this, but it hasn't as much as I'd hoped. What? Oh, god damn. I don't know why that hit the bar. Just gonna look at another reference. Try to anyway. I think I have some Day of the Tentacle reference shots I had up earlier. Excuse me. Big yawn. I don't know why I'm yawning so much, sorry. Yes, Serpents, you're all boring. Nobody's talking. It's all just quiet out here. You know. Come on. You could do something. Funny because I couldn't sleep in this morning. I tried to. I stayed in bed for a while, but I wasn't sleeping, you know. I was up a little late last night too. After the stream ended, I stayed up. Couldn't sleep immediately. Right. Hey, Sonny Boy, just dropping in. Wow, this is looking so great. Wow, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I mean, it's coming along slowly. I'm starting to get somewhere with it. I redid the grass this morning because it looks horrible before. Adding the path has helped. Obviously, I'm gonna, well, maybe not obviously, but I am gonna add like paving stones to the footpath as well, which hopefully will bring a little bit more character and look a little bit less boring and muddy. Yeah, I'm going to add a little texturing to the brickwork here and see what else we can do. I always feel like the bricks should be 3 layers and not 2 layers, but I guess I'm committed. Another thing I could do is add a little bit less regularity to the bricks. I tried to be irregular, but they're all kind of fairly regular. I might need to get a cup of coffee. I had a coffee already today, but you know, it's 1:40. Maybe I'm allowed to have another one now. Also want some more water. I also need to work in that tree at some point. I need to put that tree in place. Trying to decide. I just drawn this path going around the back of the house here, but I don't want the player to go around the back of the house, and I'm wondering if I should delete that part of the path. Or I just draw something in there to block it, maybe. Don't know. Waist high insurmountable fence? Yeah, maybe. Just a chain link fence around the corner would work, wouldn't it? Where's my mouse cursor? I seriously lose my mouse cursor all the time when I'm using this application. Just want to make sure I click the save button. Hey, Sunny Boy, thank you for noticing the grass then, yeah. Chest high weeds and overgrowth, that's another approach I could take. I could just say, like, I could have it be like a hotspot, and when you click it, it says like, I don't want to go around there. Like, you know, that I can't go, or it's blocked. Or just say something like, oh, that's blocked around there. There's nothing to see. Just, you know, deal with it that way. I'm suddenly feeling lazy. I don't want to do anything right now. That doesn't work. Exactly. That corner doesn't look too friendly. Yeah, the thing I don't want to do is like make it seem mysterious and then have the player like obsess over like, well, if it's mysterious, I want to go there. You know, that's one of those things. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Day of the Tender was so freaking whimsical. I can't make myself do it. I really try, and I just can't make myself do it. Yeah, I need to add a little texturing to the brick, and then obviously some shading to it too. I haven't really got a consistent source of light for this scene. I guess looking at these pillars, like the light's kind of going in. Well, where'd that line go? No idea where that line went. Yeah, the source of light must be like this way, I guess. So we want like light corners here and shadows, you know, in this area kind of thing. Would maybe make sense visually. Not to work on that. Never fix the gate latch and never will. It's just like, if you say anything... Like, players don't do things, you know? Like, I added 4 different handles in Day of the Hamster, and of all the people I ever watched play it, nobody ever used anything except for the hockey stick. And I'm like, really? 4 different handles. You only and most people, I've seen one person use something else. Turn directly at camera and never will. I could just make it so you can't click on it, and people would just be like, oh, I guess I can't go there. Problem is, if I do that, they might not click on the right edge of the screen where they need to go. Over here, you know. We need them to leave this scene and go that way. But if they can't click that way, they might not click this way. Although they won't be able to reach there, and they have to go this way. Yeah, okay. Actually, this is a self-solving problem, because we have a llama here, right? I don't know how to draw a stick figure llama, but there's a llama, and there's a cat, and you can't walk past the llama. The llama says, no, you can't go that way. And so you have to find going to the right before you can get past the llama. When you do, it doesn't really matter that we don't let you go this way, because that's not educating them not to try and go right. So I think that will be good. Once you get a hockey stick, what else do you really need? Exactly. Hey, have a good sleep, Adrian. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it, dude. Sleep well, and good luck with your your collision detection code that you need to work on. Was it Discworld 1 where there was some scene that you didn't realize you could scroll further to the side for like several play sessions? Simon the Sorcerer 2 did that to me. Sam and Max Hit the Road did that to me. Those are the 2 major ones that I remember getting really annoyed at, because it's like, it would have been so obvious if they just like made the scene look a little bit different. I don't even know if Sam and Max Hit the Road I can blame, honestly. That was probably all me. Where's the office at the start of the game? This room right here, when you're playing in the game, it's cut off to like here. Somewhere. It might even include the ant farm. I don't know. I don't remember if it includes the ant farm or not. But it's like right around this line here. Somewhere around this area. And I did not know that I could scroll the room and see this closet and like all this other stuff, which you need to do. You need to do it for some reason. I can't remember why. Maybe it's a sandwich, maybe it's something to do with the ant farm. There's some reason that you need to be able to see over here, and I didn't see over here. Because when you start the game, you can't see that much of the room. So that one really pissed me off. That really pissed me off. Just using that for reference for the ideas for how to do bricks. Where's Simon? I don't know if I can find Simon the Sorcerer 2 quickly or not. There it is. Discworld might have done it too, Serpens. I can't remember it specifically, but this game did it on this scene right here. Like, if you look at this scene, it's basically like, oh, I can go through the door into Swampies, McSwampies, or I can leave, right? The only hint that you could maybe go left here is this fence sort of like shows like maybe you could go left here, right? You can go left here, but there's like no obvious sign that you should go left here. My answer to this was like literally just put a sign with an arrow on it saying like, you know, delivery entrance, or, you know, trash cans, or like something to say like that you can go left here. The fence makes it look like you more definitely can't go that way. Yeah, it does. Like, it feels like with the fence, like in this foreground part like this, it feels like it's gonna block you off and you can't go left. I didn't try and go left for a long time. When you eventually do go left though, you get to see, I don't know if these are not in order maybe, but let's see if I can find the screen. It's not in here, I don't think. Weirdly, some of the scrolling scenes actually are fully captured in this dump, but yeah, not the one that bothered me. Yeah. Well, I guess you just have to trust me. This screen scrolls to the right. I mean, to the left, and you can see some stuff over there. That burger looks, apart from the slime coming out of it, it looks good. Like, if it wasn't for that slime coming out, if that slime was like ketchup colored or mustard, I'd eat it. Yeah, this pissed me off. That took me a long time to solve. There's Discworld, I don't remember. There might have been one in here where it scrolls. Oh, yes. Actually, this one right here. You're right. If you go up these stairs, there is a platform like from here. If you go left, this doesn't do it justice, but yeah, you can go left here. And it took me a long time to find that. That did piss me off. You're right. There was a scene in Discworld 1 that did it to me as well. I don't think there were more in there, but there might be. Maybe the library did it to me as well? I'm not sure if the library also did it to me. All good learning opportunities to not have things like that in our games. Yeah, exactly. Also, like, if you look at, let's look at Monkey Island 2, and I'll bitch about Monkey Island 2 for a second. Where's Monkey Island 2? Is that in here? This is a great resource for, this is a really good resource for finding, backgrounds. Which is something I think I would like to do more of. Like, now that I know this resource exists, I'll use it more for like getting references and stuff, but this scene right here, now that I know what it is, I can see it, but this right here looks like a skull and like some candle wax that's dripping down the side. Right? Does anybody agree with me? A skull with some candle wax dripping down the side? I'm gonna wait for somebody to respond. And if nobody responds, I'm just gonna sit here. You can picture that, Trash Cat? Okay, that's what I saw it as when I first played through it on stream. I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, it's a skull with like wax dripping down the side. And like, I need rope or string or something. It's string. It turns out that's actually string. But it's painted into the background, and it's like, it doesn't stand out. Unlike a lot of other things in the game that do stand out when you need to pick them up, this does not. And when you pick it up, it doesn't disappear either. They don't like remove it from the background. Which just is like, that's pretty heinous to me. I thought it would look like a rat facing away from camera. I mean, you could say that too. To me, it never, like, it still doesn't look like a ball of string. Like a ball of string, if you're looking for a ball of string in a game, you expect it to look a certain way. I don't think that looks like that, you know. That's just my opinion, but yeah. And it is camouflage next to the skull, yes, indeed. So, like, I was looking around for ages trying to find this piece of string. It turns out it was right there. It was super frustrating to not find this string. Like, I got really annoyed at the game because of it. So, anyway, when I eventually did find it, I was kind of annoyed. I think I left the room for a bit. I think I just walked away. Like, okay, fine. I got the rope. I got the string. I gotta cool down because this is ridiculous, and that does not look like string to me. It still to this day doesn't look like string. I can see that it is string because I know it's string, but looking at it, like, it doesn't look like string. And like Monkey Island, I'm pretty sure most of the other stuff that you can actually pick up that's not just like, you know, a pile of books or whatever, like you can pick up stuff in this scene. And for certain items in this scene that you can pick up, I'm pretty sure they look like something you could pick up, right? Like they have that look about them. I don't remember specifically which ones were pick-upable in here, but yeah. Yeah, that was I think that was just bad. I think that was just bad design for Monkey Island 2. They could have done that a lot better. Somebody at the door. Oh, damn it, Veins again. Hi, damn it, Veins. Rev Brown, hello, welcome in. Also, hey, Mike, hope your weekend's going well. It's going all right, thank you, Trash Cat. I hope you're going great. Hope yours is going very good. Man, this scene was horrible. This scene was horrible. The one with this guy in the bed. Oh man, he was gross. Monkey Island 2 has a certain look to it. It's like, I think Monkey Island 2 is like that missing link between Monkey Island 1 and Day of the Tentacle, like the way they treat the graphics. Because this is all pretty clearly just scanned artwork that they drew, like traditional art. For the most part, it's barely been like retouched. Some of it is obviously retouched, like this scene here looks like it might have been completely or almost completely rendered in the computer. Like maybe they just had like a sketch and they drew over it or something like that, but like there's hardly anything here that looks like, maybe the ground, but I don't know. Hardly anything in this scene looks like something that was rendered and then scanned and digitized. Whereas most of the other scenes look like this, like very much like not pixel art. It's just like somebody scanned an image that they drew, which is cool. Like obviously that's cool. I like that. But yeah, like a lot of the scenes look like this, right? But then when you get to like Day of the Tentacle, or Sam Max Hit the Road, I think Day of the Tentacle more so, like a lot of the artwork is like so much more cleaned up. You rarely see like those telltale signs. Like this has some telltale signs in it, like the floor is obviously digitized artwork. The machine though, it's obviously pixel art. For most of the machine is pixel art, right? Like the slimy bits are probably not, but like they've refined it. They've gone in and like retouched it as they've been working on it. Same with this scene. You can sort of tell like the parts that they've retouched for pixel art or were exclusively done with pixel art. Like mainly it's the animated things that like bounce and move and stuff like that. They've like redone the pixel art to be very clear and clean, crisp. This is mostly digitized, but then like they've cleaned it up a lot. Like a lot of cleanup probably went into this one, making sure that the colors looked right. I think some of it's animated too, so the parts that I guess the parts that are animated are probably less digitized artwork looking. They probably cleaned them up a fair bit. Yeah, this is mostly just a painted background with a little bit of touch up. This cobble path here is actually the kind of cobble path I was thinking of doing. This cobble right there, which I think you can see in the backyard near the tree as Hoagie, when the tree that you can chop down. But yeah, you can definitely see like how much crisper the artwork looks for like they obviously went in like retouched like this wall and the panels on the door and stuff like that. They retouched a lot, but like the bed they didn't really retouch as much because like that's a lot harder to do. And like it's probably easier just to keep it looking like that, whereas like the sheet on the bed and stuff they've retouched. Anyway, oh man, these are some great reference for roof tiles to look at. I think I'll keep that one open as well. I'm just looking for one particular scene. I hope it's in here. Maybe I scrolled past it. Maybe it's at the start. It's not in here then. I mean, either I scrolled past it or it's not in here. Oh, this is a great shot. I don't remember this shot. There's the path I'm talking about though, right there. I got so focused on this. You're doing pretty alright, hiding from the heat. Yeah, keep cool in. Monkey Island 2 is that missing link between Monkey Island 1 and Monkey Island 3. No, Monkey Island 3 is completely different art style, so you know, but like Day of the Tentacle, yeah. Look at this grass. This grass is great. I really like the effort they went to with all the lighting effects as well. Like putting, like, yeah, I don't know. There's so much to like in this artwork. Day of the Tentacle has some amazing art. And that's all I'm going to say about it. After having talked about it so much. I love the colors in this sunset. Or is that a sunrise? Whatever this is. Sunrise, sunset. Whatever it is. I love the look of it. Maybe I should, like, spend some time and do something that looks like that. That style. Yeah, disappointingly, the path that I was looking for isn't captured here. It's the kumquat tree section, I believe it's in. Why don't I click on shopping? I want to click on images. Maybe I need to type Day of the Tentacle. This scene. This scene with these cobbles, that's what I was thinking of in my mind. Interestingly, I don't know if there's any high-res scans or anything. I mean, screenshots. Yeah, look at this grass. Look at all the details in this grass. It's awesome looking. But yeah, those are the pavers that I was thinking of. Oh man. I think I'm gonna get that coffee now that I've talked too much. I think it's time to grab a coffee. Also fill up my water bottle. How's it 2 o'clock already? I mean, I did start late. Started like 12:30 or something, so I can't really complain about the time. I was being too lazy this morning. It's Sunday. I'm allowed to be lazy. I'm still thinking about everything. All right, that's enough thinking. I'm gonna get that coffee. I'll be right back. Hello. Greetings. Welcome, Suzanne Likes Cake, IGN 8th Lock, and Bloody Cactus. Good to see you. I hope you're doing great. I've just been looking at some artwork for reference and inspiration. Because I'm working on background art for my game. I hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a tricky thing to do, navigating this whole world of I don't even know, like creating artwork for a game like this. It's tricky, man. It's tricky hard work. All right, I just made myself a coffee, so I'm gonna drink some of it, and that's where I was on my break. I was getting the coffee ready, filling up my water. Oh, Bloody Cactus probably gone to sleep already. Have a good sleep, Bloody Cactus. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I look at this and I just think it looks terrible, and I don't know how it'll ever look good. But I've been there before. We just have to work through it, I guess. Oh, weirdly, I see the Apple TV rewards enabled on this channel. I don't know how that would work. You can't subscribe to this channel. If you want to take advantage of the Apple TV rewards, feel free to subscribe to my other channel, which is monetized. And I would greatly appreciate that support, actually. But you know, if you want to take advantage of the advertised rewards enabled on this channel, you have to go somewhere else. You have to go to my other channel, twitch.tv/FractalMindMike. I don't know why that's showing up here. This is not a monetized channel, so I don't know how they expect somebody to earn rewards. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Fractal Mind Dev channel while they're live in any category. It's like literally impossible. You can't do it. Oh boy. All right, that's fine. Let me get on with doing some work here. That's why we're here. I gotta get some work done. If this game's gonna be finished by like mid-September, we gotta get stuff done today, right? Every day counts. Annoyingly. I wish every day wouldn't count. One thing I had an idea about. Obviously, we're not going to use these lines. These lines were just for reference, for thoughts and discussions. Where's my cursor gone? I hate this freaking gray on gray cursor you can never see. Like, where is it? Where's the cursor? Oh, it's right there. It's impossible to see this cursor. What a terrible idea this cursor is. Anyway, whatever. I shouldn't complain because it's a great app. Creed is great. I just always lose my mouse cursor on it. Let's get rid of that. Let's see.
I can't see!
Exactly. I can't see. Where is it? Who was that? That was funny. Thank you, Serpent. Wait, where do those reference images go? I need to get those on another screen so they're not in the... God damn, where's the cursor? Alright, reference images out of the way. Okay, so I want to just, I want to experiment with this layer, so I'm just going to duplicate it. I'll hide the original. And I just want to do something real quick with it. The heater is blowing directly on my head right now. My mind is going to find any excuse not to do actual work today. It's insane how easily distracted I feel right now. All right, what I want to do... Filter. Adjust colors. HSV. Saturation all the way down. Maybe down to like here. And then lightness, let's bump that up a tiny bit. Maybe like there. Alright, and that can be our backdrop. Maybe I should have gotten even more lightness. Undo. Let's try again. Where's filter? Filter, adjust, HSV. Saturation right down. Lightness. Somewhere around there. Can I get a contrast adjustment as well with this? Or only HSV? Just do it separately. Why don't I see just like the word brightness contrast somewhere here? Why is it all curves and color balances? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Why can't I... Where is the just freaking contrast button? Seriously. Auto contrast. What the heck is the point of auto contrast? I'm gonna have to Google how to adjust the contrast in this freaking app. Oh man, I apparently have to do stuff for PAX as well today. Due today. Whoops. All right. I'll have to drop off earlier today than I planned to as well, so I can go deal with that. I should have dealt with it already, but I didn't realize it was coming up. The deadline was coming up so soon. Seems early. I guess it's not that early. Anyway, adjust contrast in Krita. Adjustment curves. Dodge, burn, levels. Color adjustment curves. Brightness contrast curves. This filter allows you to adjust the brightness and contrast levels. Where is it? Apparently the color adjustment filter can do the same. And they removed the one that I want. Like, I don't understand how the curves work. I just wanted a simple slider. That's all I wanted. So crazy. Oh well. I guess Krita can't do brightness contrast adjustments anymore. Which is insane. It's just crazy that they would remove it. It's like an easy thing to leave in, but they decided to remove it. And now I don't know how to do what I want to do. Whatever, Krita. Whatever. I guess I'll just live without what I wanted. Insane. Absolutely insane. Alright, more coffee. That's what's needed. I can clearly see they've added in the reference I'm looking at, by the way. I can clearly see, like, they've pixel arted here, right? Like, all these grass tufts that are poking up everywhere. Most of those appear to be done, like, in post processing when they've, like, imported the image. If you ignore all of those, like, grass blades, it just starts to look like splotchy green, well, splotches, right? Everywhere. Which is probably the original art, like, asset that they brought in. And then they've just gone and done these, like, you know, lines to make it look more like grass, I guess. Just something to note. I might need to do that myself, actually, when I bring all this stuff in. But we'll see. I kind of want to just, like, see if I can make these this idea of pavers work. I'm noticing though my paths aren't great for that, so maybe it's not going to work so good. We'll see. Also miss being able to add folders to the taskbar and Windows as toolbars, but Microsoft decided to remove that with Windows 11. Yeah, there's like, ever since Windows, I want to say 95, but it probably was even earlier. Having custom shells on top of Windows has been a thing for a long time, but Microsoft just kept on making it harder and harder to have custom shells. And these days, I don't know how easy it is to have a custom shell on, like, Windows 11. I haven't even upgraded to Windows 11 on any of my systems yet, and I don't know that I will. But, yeah, customizing your layout is, like, a powerful tool that people like. And for some reason, Microsoft are always trying to make it, like, harder to do. Whether it's removing it from their tools that they already have, or making it harder to have custom tools of your own on top of Windows. It's like, come on. It's getting ridiculous, guys. Let us control our own computers. Like, that's the other thing that's crazy, is, like, you have to go to pretty great lengths these days to turn off all of like the advertising that Microsoft are trying to do. News feeds and all that junk, tracking. It's like so much stuff they do to cause issues. Anyway, I don't want to complain too much. Not too much. Pavers? I mean, I guess, right? If I just start drawing like brick-shaped things in the ground here, how big should they be? I don't know. Let's get the scale right first. I want to work at this scale as much as I can. We are on a new layer, so I can at least sketch out like just some shapes and see how it feels without panicking about overdrawing something I didn't want to overdraw. What if I just draw a guide first? Based on these, I'll just draw a little guide in. Add another layer below it and change the color. Something like that, maybe? Oops. I wonder if that makes sense. Might make sense. getting very lazy with these brush strokes, but I just want to kind of get the rough idea in there. I'm gonna have to go over it anyway, so I don't want to spend too much time, you know, trying to get it just right when I know I'm gonna not care about these lines soon enough. I mean, I'll care, but you know, I'm going to do more refined work later on when I'm starting to detail everything. Hopefully I can do that without blowing my circuits and going nuts, because it's a lot of work. It's starting to warm up in here again. Now that heat has been blowing on the back of my head for a while, I'm feeling warm. It's a terrible line. I'll live. I'm working very slow today. I guess some days just like that. I was really hoping for a more productive day today. I wanted to finish this drawing today. I mean, a man can dream, right? Yeah, I'm gonna need to pick like out some colors, I think. Too many pixels, BNU? Yeah, that might be the problem. Too many pixels. Should have made a smaller resolution. I don't know why I'm insisting on doing this as a freaking paved path either. I could just pull the pin and just leave it as dirt. Let's see what it looks like. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think as dirt, I don't think it's going to look good enough. Microsoft Paint, if you wanted a low enough number of pixels to physically possible to finish. Yeah, MS Paint would have helped. Would have helped a lot. I could just shift focus for a little while, work on something else. It's another option. Where's my sketch? I don't know what to work on right now. I was thinking I would work on the shed, and I just realized I didn't feel like doing that. I'm having a bit of a crisis of focus here. Every time I did paving, I always used either like rectangular or square slabs because I'm lazy. Rectangles and squares are great. Hey, Gary Ankles, good to see you. Making a game now, making a game now. That's right. Lord Zrato, hello, hello, good to see you. Ralph, welcome in. It's chat, not a collegiate paper. Don't worry about your punctuation. Yeah. That's one way to put it. I hate what I'm doing right now. Just so you know, just so you're on the same page. I hate it. But you know, we'll see what we can do. Well, that was a bad idea. Sometimes I think it's better to just stop. Because, yeah, you just end up, like, ruining what you're working on. This is not going to look good, but it's okay because we're going to put a bunch of details in front of it, so hopefully it won't be such a big deal. That's the plan anyway. Oh, Mike, I was watching Shadrock the other day, and I realized I had to tell you about it on the remote chance that you hadn't seen it. There's a PlayStation version of Alone in the Dark 2 that has insanely detailed textures for all the characters. That sounds awesome! A PlayStation version with high-res characters, huh? That sounds great, honestly. I would be interested to take a look at that. Yeah, that's awesome. This looks terrible. I hate it so much. I hate everything about this freaking scene. Like, the layout's great, but everything else, like all the attempts at coloring and texturing and stuff like that, it just sucks. I hate it. That's life, I guess. Maybe I should go look at some of the other ones that I've done and do like a little comparison to help me like get over it a little bit. Were the textures used, or did they happen to just be included in the data files? I mean, it sounds like they would have been used, but I don't know. That's a question for B&U. Constructive criticism. Perspective shift between the house and the shed is off. I would scale the shed a bit thinner to suit the scene better. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think the main problem with it is that the shed is in front of the house, where its roof is. Like right here. Oh, hang on. That's a razor. Right there. That should be behind the house, I think, to help with the perspective. The textures are definitely used. I hadn't seen the PlayStation version of the game before, so I was like, I gotta tell Mike this. That's awesome. Yeah, I have heard there's like high-res versions of the game engine for different platforms, but I hadn't seen it. I haven't looked at it yet. I heard about something else. Oh, Knight's Chase, Timegate Knight's Chase has same engine, but I think it's higher resolution. See, I think when I get around to it, I'm gonna redo the shed anyway, so I'm not too fussed about it. But yeah, when I get around to it, I'll move it behind the house a bit there. That'll fix it. I kind of just want to give up today. This is not. I'm not feeling it, which isn't a thing. It's not really a luxury I can afford. I need to just crack on and get the thing done. But at the same time, it's Sunday. I'm allowed to take a break. The other thing I have to remember is, like, I do want to tone down all this texturing to more flat-looking pixel art at some point. So I have to be careful, like, how much effort I put in trying to, like, make things look right and then change my mind later on, kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Oh, that wasn't a Control-Shift-C, I guess. Just a Control-C. Control-Shift-C. Control-V. Image, scale image, 200, scale image, mode, indexed. Let's give it like 120 colors. Probably too many colors, honestly. All right, yeah, this looks great. The grass and even the dirt look alright. The house itself looks shocking. I need to do a lot of work on the house. Clean it up. I could live with the grass, for sure. I think the grass is done well. The path's okay. I could live with it, I think. The house itself, though, needs a lot of work. Like, just a lot of attention. It's not even finished though. Like, once there's supposed to be a window with like a garden bed in it and an awning. And there's supposed to be a door here. So once all those things are on, and also there's supposed to be like a roof. It's supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to see a roof here and here. Once those things are on, it might fix it up a bit. But yeah, I gotta say the grass is looking okay. I'm okay with the grass. I might do the grass shagginess in post next time instead of doing it the way I've done it here. So like then I can just come in, pick a color like with a brush. Say I get a 1 pixel brush here and take that color and just like do some grass like this instead. It's the same roughly the same height blades of grass, but just doing solid color pixels for it instead. Whoops. To fix that up, help with that, and that would like be more in line with what you see in the references that we were looking at too. Like I said, if I could find one of those references, here's one. And tonally, I think like the grass that I've got, it's over bright. I think I want to tone that down a little bit for this foreground one. Everything else looks okay. It's a little bit too bright on the green there in the foreground. I can maybe make this is like a bit more blue toned as well. I went for more of a yellow toned grass in the other one. Which there might be references in here that are more yellow toned. Where's the Bumpusville one? Yeah, this is more yellow toned, I would say. This is the one I was kind of looking at. And you can see like, okay, this grass here, these edges on these pieces of grass actually you know, a little bit more in line with this without the retouched grass. It's probably a little bit more in line with this, especially once we drop the pixel, the color resolution down. The color down to like 120 or so. I think that grass is like way more in line with the Bumpusville grass look. Which, to be fair, that was what I was referencing while I was doing the grass and the path and stuff, so. Yeah, all this stuff is shocking though. You need to just redo this entire thing, which is what I said I was going to do. I think the pillars are okay. Need maybe a little bit of touching up. But this is a mess. I want to redo that. This whole thing looks like a mess right now, but I'll see what it looks like once I put a window on it. I want to clean up the edges along here. You know, make these look nicer. They're not bad, but I just like, you know, make them just a little bit nicer looking. The brick, obviously I want to texture the bricks and put some shading on the bricks too. Also, the color's like too bright red. I just put that red as like a baseline. It's far too red. I think maybe even the colors here are not great. But yeah, I think I could live with this. Mostly. Like, most of this picture's not too bad. Once I do the fence, once I put the tree in, once I clean up all of the details on the house and get all the other stuff in, it should start to look a lot better. Looking as it is, it has that Day of the Tentacle aesthetic. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Hopefully I can land the aesthetic at least. I think these pillars definitely need a little adjusting. I wonder what it looks like when you like... Let's have a look at some of the other examples. Like Bumpusville pillars. I mean, you could say they're very similar to mine. I actually wasn't looking at these when I did those pillars, but they're basically the same design. I must have had them in my brain at some point. This path, I kind of like it because it's a little bit less orderly compared to the one that I drew before. Maybe I'll do ones a bit more like this and try that out. I like the way these bricks look, but I've already committed to my brick style. These look great. I want the shed to have this sort of style, which is, I got another reference for that sort of style here. It's a good style. There's also one here, similar, and here. I really like these trees. Maybe I could try a bit more of a Sam and Max style tree. I think I'll go for the Day of the Tentacle style tree though. It's a lot simpler. It's the thing is, Day of the Tentacle compared to Sam and Max, I think Day of the Tentacle is more whimsical in general. Like, look at these hedges in the background. They're just like weird wavy shapes. And this stuff, like the plantation and stuff, like all of the vegetation is all like very whimsical looking. These little flower shapes and plants. Comparing that to Sam and Max vegetation, it's like a lot more, I guess Sam and Max vegetation is a lot more in line with expectations, I guess, a little bit. Like, it's less whimsical. It's still whimsical, but less whimsical. Yeah, like these bushes look more bush-like than just, you know, I guess the stuff in the background, they get a little bit more whimsy. The clouds are still very whimsical. But Day of the Tentacle, like, compare these clouds to those clouds. Much more whimsy. Are there clouds in here somewhere we could look at? I like the way the trees look in the future. Very whimsical again over here with this, like, strange shapes and stuff. So much more whimsical. Look at those trees. There's not a single tree here that looks like a tree, really. Sam Max trees, lots more tree-like. I'm leaning more in this direction. I'm trying to lean more in this direction, so I need to probably take some more cues from Day of the Tentacle with this. This is Day of the Tentacle brickwork and roof line stuff. Yeah, much more whimsy, much more whimsy. This was my reference for the path when I was trying to work out, like, if I want to do pavers on the path. I still might go back and do pavers on the path, but we'll see. Hello, first time viewer here. What is this game you're working on? It looks cool. Oh, thank you. My game is called Day of the Redacted, and it's inspired by Day of the Tentacle and Sam and Max Hit the Road and games like that. I don't have a current build that's interesting to look at right now, but I do have some screens that I've been working on. And you can check out my previous games that I've released this year. And also, welcome in. What up, Bink? What up, Bink? Let's see. If I could find my mouse cursor, I would click on things. Yeah, this is Day of the Hamster. Here. This is the last one I released. Has some interesting puzzle mechanics. Some nice looking rooms. And the current one I'm working on, I'll give you the latest screenshot if I could find it. I think it's on my Twitter. There you go. This is the current game I'm working on with the current character. But yeah, welcome in. What up, Bink? Yeah, looking at this background, maybe I need to take a step back on the texturing as well. to keep it a bit more consistent with what I'm doing here. Or I can go back in and keep working on this background to add a little bit more texturing in a few places. I did always intend to do floorboards for the floor, but I just left it this brown like color and it looked fine, so I didn't bother touching it. But maybe I should go in and do some floorboards. And that can be an opportunity to add a little of that texture that I was referring to. But yeah, this is the main character for the game. I haven't animated them yet. I still got to work on it. There's still a lot of work to do on this game. It's still early days, even though it's day, what are we on? Day 15 or something? Yeah, day 15. Golly. Yeah, I have to do some work for PAX. I have to do some, like, go in and, like, finalize some stuff for PAX. Apparently today is a deadline for it, so I need to go deal with that. Which means I need to stop streaming. It's probably not a bad time to stop, honestly. It's like 3:30, so 3:30 p.m. on a Sunday. A nearly 3-hour stream, not too bad. Not too bad. I could have done a lot more work if I was a bit more focused today, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get things going, so we'll see. We'll see. I need to go back. I think I need to go back and compare this to some of the other work I've done, and just like one of the things that's missing here that I think I need to put in is some lighting, some light and shadow and stuff like that as well will help. Obviously texturing and highlights on the bricks, putting the doors and windows on things, redrawing the shed so it doesn't look terrible. There's a lot of work to do, but I can do all of that. Obviously, once we get the fence and the tree in as well, that'll be a big win, I think. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave it now. I'll close this. And this, and I guess I'll keep this open. It's very good. We've got a lot of good references here at the moment, so I'll just hang on to that. Close this. Unplug it. '70s style shag carpet, maybe. Shag got blocked. But yeah, '70s style shag carpet, maybe. I think I won't do that. I was thinking floorboards, maybe a rug, something like that. But we'll see. It doesn't need anything else. Like, it looks fine as it is. It does have a lava lamp. We got a lava lamp in the room. Right there. I haven't animated it, but I think I might try and do a little bit of animation to it so people can tell, like, oh, that is a lava lamp. You were wondering what was blocked? Yeah, I mean, shag is the word that got called out. At least we have a clums? A what? I don't even... Not sure what the word you're looking for there is. So we have that going for us. Yeah, we have something going for us. It would be cool to animate this. Yeah, I agree. Who doesn't love lamp? Yeah. Who doesn't love lava lamp? Yeah, I think I just need to animate it, like, very subtly, very slightly. It doesn't need to change too much. So... yeah. Oh, this guy. Right. Yeah, we got this guy. A little bit more work to go, obviously, but... yeah, I think, like, putting some floorboards texturing in here would be nice, but it's almost not necessary. But if you look at, like... okay, if we go back and look at, some Day of the Tentacle screens, maybe. you can see some interesting floor texturing, like this floor. Nice floor. The wooden floor, well, that's more of a detailed one for a specific gag in the game. These floors here, they're very subtle. Like if you look at it like, oh, that's floorboards, but when you actually look closely at it, it's like, well, it's not really, like, you know, I guess it's floorboards, but it's not like really trying very hard to look like floorboards. Just hinting at it. Hey, Truly, good to see ya. Day of the Redacted is going good, thank you. It's going good. I'm not super happy with where I'm at right now with what I've been working on today, which I just closed. But it's coming along. Here's the latest screen that I've shared publicly. I'm gonna keep working on I'm working on the outdoor section at the moment, which is this one. I'll just quickly open it up. It'll take a second for this to load. Also thought floor looked cool as is. Could add a throw rug maybe. Yeah, I could even just throw a rug in there or something like you said. Yeah. I just want to, like, I need to neaten this up a bit, like get these brush strokes looking a little bit more interesting and whatever. There's like a lot of work to do on this, but like if we turn on the line work, not that. Where's the line work? Yeah. It's like, you know, once there's a door here, and I was planning on having like one of these things like hanging off the house, one of the panels. I might not do that now, but I was planning on doing it. The window box, you know, this stuff here, once these details are actually added in, and like I'm going to redraw the shed to be a little bit more like how I envisioned it as well. And there's a tree that we need to put in the background there. We got to finish painting the fence, or not painting the fence, drawing the fence, whatever. Once all that's done, this will come together. I think that'll really help bring it all back in line with what I'm trying to do. But there's still a lot of work to do, and today, like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling very productive, I guess. We did a fair bit, I guess. I should probably start saving, like, comparing where I started to where I ended up, maybe a little bit more to help. Art style's awesome. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much, Dave H. I appreciate that. It's kind of you. I am definitely trying to go for a style that's outside of my normal art style. Like, I've done 2 games now in this style. Thank you for the follow. I have anonymous followers on the channel. I appreciate the follow. But yeah, I'm trying to do something that's heavily inspired by Day of the Tentacle and Sam and Max Hit the Road. Both of those art styles are like distinct but similar. And those are like my main inspiration for what I'm trying to do. And it's definitely something I don't like all of the art that I've done before. I never really leaned into this style. So, yeah, it's very challenging for me to move into this style. But yeah, I'm hoping that it comes out well in the end. Takes me back to the days of 90s demo discs for some reason. Very cool. Oh man, I love the 90s demo discs. It's like my favorite thing. That's what I grew up on. I didn't have complete games back then. I do now. You can see a bunch of them behind me here. I didn't have that many complete games. Most of the stuff I played back then was just demo discs from cover discs from magazines and things like that. Loved it. Some Maniac Mansion fun, yeah. I mean, I want my characters to not, like, I don't really want to reference Maniac Mansion directly. Like, I'm not trying to make a fan game. It's definitely something I want to stand alone. But I do want people to look at it and go, oh, it looks like Day of the Tentacle, and it has like fun concepts like Day of the Tentacle, stuff like that. So it's a hard line to draw though, because like a lot of people, when they see it, they immediately just think, oh, it's Day of the Tentacle. Like, and a lot of people ask, like, oh, is this set in the universe of Day of the Tentacle? I'm like, no, but it looks like it. Like, it's hopefully people enjoy it for what it is, like as a standalone product. If I can put a hamster in the microwave, I'm not interested. If I can't put a hamster in the microwave, I'm not interested. Well, look, I would encourage you to play Day of the Hamster, which I released recently. it doesn't let you put, I'll just spoil it right now. It doesn't let you put the hamster in the microwave, but there is a hamster, there is a microwave. You can try and put them in there if you want. It won't work though. Unfollows. Well, you know, I get it. I get it. Here it is. I'll put the trailer on. Hold on. I'm not ready yet. Okay, HD. Stop the music. All right. Oh, you're already playing it? You saw this art on Twitter? Thank you. Thanks for noticing. You should definitely play the game if you haven't already started playing the game. The only thing that feels off is the character is something and the backgrounds are painted. Oh, it's like pixel art and the backgrounds are painted? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just, it is what it is. Super Nintendo, right. I couldn't read the word. It looks like SUPEMES on my screen. It looks like an M instead of an RN. Are you going to launch them on Steam or GOG at any point as a complete collection, or just them on itch? Right now they're just on itch. The current one that I'm working on I might release on Steam as a standalone as well, and package the other two games with it. And then, yeah, I think that's what I might do. I might package them up and put them on Steam. I can't just, like, put them on GOG. I do stream on the GOG channel once a week, in theory. Although, lately I've been missing because I've had some life changes. But, in theory, I should be able to ask someone there, like, hey, what's the process? Can I get the game on there? But I don't know. After these... okay, good chance to go back to the document. So working on some more background progress, that was good. Didn't do any inventory. I probably should have switched to doing some inventory art when I was getting grumpy with the way it was looking. That would have been a more productive session then. Oh well. Tomorrow, or I guess maybe tomorrow night, we'll see how I feel tomorrow night. I should be able to do it tomorrow night. We'll do more of the same. Do the exact same. But here's the plan. I'm working on these 3 mini adventures: Day of the Sandwich, Day of the Hamster, and Day of the Redacted, which is the one I'm currently working on. And then after that, we're going to start working on the big adventure, 3 to 6 hours of content. It's probably going to be more than that, honestly. It probably could be more like 4 to 10 hours of content. Aim for the 26th of October. I don't think that's realistic. We'll have to change this date. Bringing all 3 characters from the previous games together to solve an adventure. They'll work together, get split up, and all that kind of thing. It should feel something like Day of the Tentacle or Maniac Mansion, Thimbleweed Park, etc. So the plan is just to get the first, like get the demo, basically, like a small, like a very small vertical slice demo, like, you know, under an hour of gameplay. I use that for a Kickstarter, basically, and so I'll start preparing a Kickstarter, planning what I can and can't do with physical release. I want to do a physical release, I just don't know what I can achieve with that. So I'll work that out. Then I have to do all the budgeting and figure out how much it's actually going to cost to produce all of that, how much it's going to cost to produce the game, tax and other financial requirements for Australia, superannuation, and all the other things I have to pay for if I'm self-employed. once all that's all worked out, then I can go to Kickstarter with a plan and ask for a specific amount of money that will help me make the game. Simply burn it to a CDR and frisbee it out the window. Yeah, that'll work. So that's the plan. The plan is get all 3 of these games, the mini games, done. That I'll package once I get this one done. I will try and package them up on Steam as like a single purchase on Steam. And the version on itch.io, I'll make the 3rd one, the current one. That one will be like a paid price, I think, like a single price for that one. The other ones are still free, but that one will be paid. Mainly I want to do that as an experiment because I've launched both the previous ones as free, and I just want to see what the difference is when people, if people have to pay for it, do less people play it basically, or is there the low cost barrier to entry okay, you know, I don't know. But if I want to try and make a living out of making games and learning what it's like to charge for one, even if it's a small one like the one I'm currently working on, I want to see what the value there is. I've put a lot of hours into this game already, so it's like it's a big deal. If people pay for it and I can make enough to pay for my time, then that's great. If people pay for it and it doesn't make enough for my time, then I know, you know, I have to scale up the production for that. Physical release. Oh, right, I read that. That's how post works in Australia, I hear. People just fling stuff out the window. Yeah, I just open the window and chuck something out there. It'll eventually get where it's going. I really like games where your current game looks at your saves from your past games and has an impact. I don't think I can do that with these ones, but who knows? Maybe in the future I'll have something that we can, you know, move characters forward from a previous save. That would be fun. That's how the boomerang was invented, yeah. Oh boy. That gets you playing the past games? Yeah, it would. I agree. Like the idea of like bringing all your characters through the Gold Box series, I think it is. Like you can, the Gold Box RPGs, you can just take your save file and load up the same characters in the next game. Is pretty cool. I don't know if it works for all of them, but yeah. Different costumes would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. So yeah, I still have to do basically a huge amount of design work for the main game, like the big one, which brings all the characters together. And the idea is this is a commercial event. Like I will actually try and commercially make a game and try and actually pay for my time out of the sales and stuff like that. So that's why I want to go to Kickstarter, because that means I at least know I'm like how much effort to put in based on the Kickstarter. So say Kickstarter pays for, like, after all, figuring out all the budgeting and like the production costs and stuff, say it pays for 3 or 4 months of my time, then I can be like, okay, hopefully when I launch on Steam it'll also make some sales there, and therefore I'll like pay myself for like 2 or 3 months as well, and then that gives me like 6 to 7 months or whatever it is, whatever that adds up to, and then I can just like, you know, make the game. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I have a pretty strong feeling that the Kickstarter won't be successful, because I think the cost of living for me at the moment is too high, and I won't be able to fund the time it would require to make a game like this. So then I'll have to, like, you know, come up with a plan B, I think, for production on the bigger game. Or I just shelve it and move on to the next project and see if that one's more successful. But we'll see. Does government do grants? They do. It's very competitive, though. They do, and it is very competitive, and they're also quite selective. So doing a point-and-click graphic adventure, that's not probably, I don't know how much it stands out from, like, I think my puzzle designs are really good, and I think they do stand out from other point-and-click graphic adventures, but I don't know if a grant board would look at it that way. Like, they're even at the point now where, like, even games that are still highly successful, like, you know, exploration platformers with, like, Metroidvania roguelike mechanics, are also not seeing funding, even though those are still very popular genre to blend. They're not seeing as much success with grants at the moment, so it might take something a little bit different to get grant funding at the moment. Who knows? Maybe point and click graphic adventures is different enough that they'll be like, oh, this is unique, maybe we'll fund this. That would be great, but I don't know. Granted, is art based in Australia, very DEI driven. DEI, could you just expand that? Because I don't know what that means off the top of my head. I could look it up, but who knows? Maybe it's one of those acronyms that has many. Oh, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay. They have separate grants for some of that stuff. I don't know if this, like, I don't know. I'd have to look at what the criteria are. Last time I looked, it didn't sound like that there were legitimate criteria for that. But that doesn't mean that there's none. I mean, and the other thing, you know, two other Aussie devs trying for grants. Yeah, I know a couple as well. Like, it's pretty common. People want to get the grants. That means you're competing against each other for the grants typically. They only have, like, they have limited slots for grants. You're in Denver? Yeah. I know a few people around here who are looking for grants, so it's not like it's a unique thing as a developer to want to go for a grant. That's why I figure if I can say, hey, I've got a successful Kickstarter, and then go for a grant with that, and they're more likely to be like, oh, it looks like this one's you know, already. Unfortunately, they do like to fund things that already have funding. Which is like, okay. Like, if you have never had a commercial success, they'll look at your stuff that you have produced and be like, maybe, you know, they'll think about it. But if you've already got commercial successes, they're more likely to fund you. And if you already have, like, a successful Kickstarter or something like that, that also is like, you know, or, yeah. And if you can bring your own funding, like, say you just have money and you can fund it yourself. A good evening, Pi. You're pissed at Twitch right now? What happened? What happened? Hopefully nothing terrible. ASMR records should be banned. I don't know what ASMR records is. Oh no. I mean, I know what ASMR is, but I don't know what you mean by records and that they should be banned. Yeah, I don't know. Funding in Australia, difficult. Oh, it got muted for bird sounds. Right, of course it did. No, I hate that too. I don't even know if that's really Twitch's fault. You can contest it. It should be fine. Yeah. I actually had a few times I've had videos get muted or whatever for similar, like, stupid reasons, like wolves howling or wind blowing or whatever. And I've contested it and nothing happened. They just, like, by the time the video disappeared off of the platform, like, they hadn't really responded yet. So it's like, whatever. Illegal nature sounds. Nature sounds are copyrighted. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Ah, that's rough. That's rough, dude. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know. I need to come up with, obviously, I need to start planning on what the Kickstarter is going to include. I need to focus on finishing this game that I'm working on, but I do need to start thinking about what the Kickstarter will include physically, what the costs will be, and also, like, there's delivery costs associated as well. So if I produce them all in Australia, shipping them across the world, where I suspect more customers would not be in Australia, they'd be mostly in Europe and USA and Canada and places like that. So, like, figuring out fulfillment is also, and production, like, it might be cheaper for me to produce it in the USA than to produce it here, for example, or China or somewhere else. But yeah. Gonna make a breathe ASMR record, and every time a person takes a breath on Twitch, I will DMCA them. Yeah, go for it. Oh no. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do, like I said, on that alone. So, like, I don't know. We'll see. Better not have rain sounds. Yeah, no rain sounds loud. Just white noise as well. The joke phase. High-res remaster. Man, this is the dream. I don't think that's going to happen, honestly. It's going to take a while to make the game. It's probably... These dates are like way out of sync with reality. I wrote them a while ago, so... I did update this one, but even this seems like a stretch. Dark screen and Rain to Sleep 2 videos on YouTube. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. DMCA is broken. Hi, Yoshama. Hello, hello. I'm just winding down. I gotta go do some stuff for PAX this year. I gotta go do some things for PAX, but yeah, this is where we got up to today. It's not looking great yet, but hopefully I can bring this to the level we need to bring it to. But yeah, I got my sketch marks and stuff. I got my original sketch I need to clean up, and we'll get there. It'll get there. Look, it'll probably turn out great in the end. I just need to spend some more time on it. It's one of those things. It's one of those things you get to a certain point and you just like hate it, and then if you keep pushing through it, eventually you're like, actually this is okay. So I'm hoping to get there soon, because I'm tired of looking at how bad it looks. Yeah. I'm gonna close it because I don't want to look at it anymore. Afternoon, Coburn. Good to see you. Dropping by in lurk form. Currently out at family and got you on my earbud. Oh, hi there, Coburn. Hope you have a good day. Enjoy some family time. Yeah, I'm literally ending the stream right now. I gotta go do a couple of things. We've been online for 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'll be back on the main channel doing some gaming. I'm gonna be playing the second Discworld tonight. Discworld 2. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited about it, but man, it's a lot tougher than I anticipated. People had told me, oh, it's a lot easier than the first game. And so I thought, oh, okay, this is going to be a cakewalk by comparison to the first one, but I've definitely gotten stuck a couple of times already. Anyway, everybody, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Hopefully we can make this game finished soon, and we can kick off the Kickstarter and everything else before the end of the year. Hopefully before PAX, but I have serious doubts about reaching that goal, considering PAX is like 2 months away. Well, 3 months away. 2 or 3 months, about that. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Bye. If I don't sign off now, I'm just going to keep talking. So I'm just going to sign off. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon.